So to set yourself up for the day, we want to make sure that your espresso is tasting amazing. This is the base for all of your coffees, whether it be espresso, black coffee or milk coffee. We want to make sure that your dose and your grind is set perfectly, so then the rest is just going to dial in the grind. I'm going to purge that and make sure our basket is nice and clean, ready for grinds. I'm going to set that aside. We are going to take a cup and tear it off on our scales. So when it turns on, it should go to 0 if it's on there. If not, we've got the nice to dose into the cup. We are working with a 1:2 ratio, so we're going to have 22 grams coming out of the grinder into this cup, and we're aiming for 44 grams coming into our cup. Your machine should already be programmed for you by us. We will come and do that for you. So what you need to do is dial in your grind. We're going to aim for 22 grams. We've got a nice 22.1. We've got 22 grams. We are then going to put it into a nice clean portafilter to then tamp and observe how this shot pours. Want to make sure that your portafilter is nice and clean before we put it into the machine. We've already purged as we took the portafilter out. We are then going to pour our beautiful shot and observe. As we can see, our shot fell slightly short of our parameter. We can also see that it is of a lighter color, still have nice crema, but isn't as nice as what we would like. Now we're going to taste to see where we can adjust the coffee. It's slightly sour, and it's hitting me in the back of my jaw, and I can tell that that's sour by where it's hitting. It's also lingering on the front of my tongue. You want your shot to be balanced, and you don't want to have to wash away the flavors. You want to be able to sit with it and have it grow on you. So to adjust the grind, we have two options. To either change the grind towards our more finer side, which in turn makes the grinds more like sand, so they're more firm and the water is going to trickle through more slowly. Or we have coarse, where it's more like rocks or pebbles, and it's going to come through a lot quicker. Our shot has poured through quite quickly, so we want to go with fine. So to adjust the grind, most grinders have a dial. Some will have a pin, which you need to unscrew to then change your grind. We have a nice handle here. We're going to adjust it finer. So we're sitting at this notch, and we're going to push it away from us over 1 notch. Brilliant. We're then going to put the pin back in, so then there's no adjusting. It's still sitting in the burrs, and we need to get rid of those so then the grind can then be adjusted. Oh, there's a button. We need to dose out 2. That should be enough to get it all out and discard those grinds. I'm going to check our grind and our dose again. So going through the steps of tearing off our cup, dosing into our cup, making sure we have 22 grams. We've got 21.2. So we're going to manually dose again. Brilliant. To grab our portafilter, purge our machine, discard the old grinds, and make sure our portafilter is nice and clean before we put our new dose in. Making sure we get all of the dose into this basket. Giving it a nice firm tap, and even I'm going to pour our shot and observe the changes that we have just made. So now that we've got our perfect pour, and this is the only way we can achieve this is by adjusting our grind. It's now sitting more sweeter and more balanced on the tongue. So now that we have got this nailed down, we're going to adjust the weight. The reason we adjust the weight last is because as we adjust the grind, it is changing the dose that is coming out of the grinder. So we adjust the weight last once we have locked in that grind setting.